Hello everyone, I just thought I'd do a quick video on how to make some tomato and red onion chutney. We've got loads of tomatoes from the garden, so we just need to use them up, and I just picked these red onions from the garden a couple of days ago, so I thought I'd make a chutney and just try and empty the fridge a little bit. So super easy recipe, just have as much as you want, so it doesn't really matter on quantity. So I've just diced my tomatoes and my red onions, and then you're going to need some white or red wine vinegar, and you're going to need some balsamic vinegar. I've just got this balsamic dressing, so this has olive oil in it as well, but you also need to add olive oil, so having it combined is absolutely fine. I've also got some dark brown sugar. You can use light sugar, light brown sugar if you want, and I've got some jars to put them in. Some pepper, you'll need some salt, and I've just got my measuring cups here, so let's get started. So I've just added in my onions just to sweat down, and now I'm going to add in a brown sugar, half a cup of brown sugar. And we're going to do 1/4 of a cup of your white wine or red wine vinegar, and then we're going to do about a tablespoon of your balsamic. So I've got balsamic and olive oil. So you can use whatever you've got in the cupboard really. Oh, I've also added 2 cloves of garlic as well. Bit of salt and pepper. Now you're going to add your tomatoes. So depending on how much time you have, you can leave this on quite a high simmer for about 15 minutes. That'll do quite a quick chutney, but if you've got the time, I would leave it to simmer for at least an hour to an hour and a half. It needs about 20 minutes off, I would say. So I'm just in the middle of sterilising my jars. So I'm just washing them in hot soapy water with the lids, and then you're going to want to pop them in the oven, which is going to be at 140 degrees. So you're going to put the jars, you're not going to dry them, keep them wet, put them upside down on your baking tray, and you're going to bake those for about 20 minutes. And then while you do that, you're going to put your lids into some boiling water. Excuse me, put your lids into some boiling water, and you're going to boil those for 20 minutes as well. So you want everything to be hot when you do the chutney. So your jars are going to be hot, your lids are going to be hot, and your chutney is going to be hot. You're going to pour your chutney in, seal it up, and then it should last for about 6 months. So I've got my jars, they've been sterilised, they're still quite hot, and then you literally just pour your chutney, which is just ready, in your jar. So try not to get the chutney on any of the sides, so I'd recommend using a spoon. But just a little disclaimer, I'm not a chef. I don't know the proper health and safety when it comes to sterilising jars for preserves, so I would recommend before you do this, just research what works with your recipe, how all the temperatures and things on your specific oven, because if you don't sterilise properly, you can get bacteria. So here you have it, the tomato and red onion chutney, super easy, and that should keep up to 6 months. But like I said, just check and do your own research on how to preserve correctly and